slowing down the perception of reality that really changed my life. Now, this is something that we don't get from books, from internet, because this world runs very fast, but that's not where life is. That's not where our intelligence is. The more slow we go with everything, the faster we reach where we want to reach. And by the way, there is nowhere to reach. It is just a nature of the mind to think in terms of the time. Like to achieve something, we think in terms of time, tomorrow, and that's completely okay. But then at the same time, you understand that we never reach anywhere. We are always here, right now. Now, usually, I used to have anxieties and avoidance to reality, where I was being very avoidant to everything, to even small things. For example, making a coffee for myself, going to do something like a walking, or maybe writing something, or maybe just uh, doing something, or maybe you have a problem, you want to solve that. But for me, everything used to be very, very exhausting. So there are things like for normal people, it's very exciting, like socializing yourself, uh, going to nature, and like what 99% of people do for them is like a very natural thing. But for me, even small things used to feel very exhausting, very tired, like talking to people. And of course, by nature, if you don't like to talk, you don't have to push yourself. But then, when you have to socialize, when you have to go outside world to just live, uh, you should be okay. But I was not okay. I found that my mind works very fast than reality, which is like I get into perception everything I plan. So when you plan too much, you live less. If you plan too much, you calculate everything so much in the mind all the time, then you live less. You live very less. I'm telling you this. It's like you are a computer calculating everything. So that's why life will feel more exhausting and burden. So life will feel more hard, difficult. So I found that it is all because I think too much. I'm an overthinker. And then I started to slow down everything. It's where I no longer attach to the mind. Where the if I give you example, where there is a socket, like you plug into it, yes, and the machine runs. So it's where I unplug it and I let the mind to be the way it is. So It is not really possible to do this, but what I'm doing here is I'm slowing down the perception. It's like we get into perceptions of reality so fast. We assume everything. We try to predict the uncertainty or what will happen, and that's how fears come, because life is something that cannot be always controlled. Like, life is more about living, but when you think too much, when you ask too many questions, you will feel disconnected from normal things, which is okay because you want the truth. But then somehow living normally can become very difficult. It can become very difficult to just exist normally. So I slow down the perception. I don't try to get into conclusions. It's when I feel myself, where I let my higher version to take care of everything. What I'm doing here is everything is being slowed down and I let go whatever I think. When I let go of whatever I think, the illusion is avoided here. So what is left is what is. So I deal with that only. The rest, 99% that you think, is just a noise, an illusion. So that what really changed my life, slowing down the perception of reality, where I let go myself, my ego, my thinking. I trust my higher version. I mean, there is no higher version, but I feel I slow down everything. It's like taking my time uh, to get into conclusions and feeling myself staying with everything as it is. For example, when I go somewhere, maybe I take public transportation. So then I say, I have to wait for how long and the bus will come. So for me, it's like a very calculation. I try to calculate everything. For some people, it's like, let's go. It's very easy, but I calculate. So then it's okay to calculate. I don't want to get away from this because this is a natural intelligence where some people even use this self to create businesses, to make money, to solve problems. But then when you are like this into no direction, you think too much and life is quite difficult, then you have to slow down the perception where you don't think much, you don't get into imagination, you don't get into conclusions, you just rest and relax. So you deal with everything more better. You are not rushing the reality anymore. Because when you rush the reality, you make everything complicated and difficult for your own self. So that's what changed my life. Observing my thoughts and just slowing it down, you know, slowing it down. And that was my secret. And recording this video can even feel very tired for me, exhausting. But then I just press and just say whatever I can. And I don't try to force myself to be someone else. Because when I do, I become very ugly. I feel bad. So it is because uh, my mind is how it is. So it's like I'm learning to live with myself. It is how it is, but it can help you a lot. A lot of problems can be avoided. A lot of problems can be solved A lot of misery can be ignored, you know. You can live more better, less worrying and less thinking, more easy life when you slow down the perception, when you don't try to get into conclusions, into imaginations, you know, just being normal. I mean, slow with everything. When you are slow with the reality, you are more fast than most people. I'm telling you this, you will realize that when you practice this. So that's all. Thank you for watching.